Now, Shaney, I had the time of my life when I was a little girl playing Team Fortress 2. What about you?
It was, a bad time, but let's not go there.
So instead, what we're going to be doing is looking at a game that relives those cherished memories. We're back in 2007 once again. Instead of Team Fortress 2, it's Overwatch.
And we're back into objective gaming. It's very much a team-based game. You get onto an objective, you shoot your enemies, then you either A, get to another objective and stand on the objective, or B, move a package/thing, tank, truck, whatever you want to call it,
So yes,
to an actual another place. So it's very much a team-based game.
Team-based objective combat, featuring a huge roster of players as well, each with their own abilities and their different roles. So you have attack, defense, tank, support, all have a very important role to play when it comes to healing your friends, your comrades, resurrecting them, taking the brunt of damage, or just dealing a crap load of damage.
That's, I guess, where the issues with the game comes from. Because there's actually not that much of a tutorial, there is a little bit here and then there's just a map that you can just test a few abilities and stuff. There isn't that much teaching of, I guess, team play or objective gaming. It's very much gives you, I guess, the small controls, it throws you into the game, and then it goes like, oh, well, I guess you know how to play the game. Go play with a team. Safe
to say that if you haven't played something like Team Fortress 2 or Quake over the past few years, you're probably going to have a bit of a hard time just kind of grasping the nuances of a shooter.
Yeah, because it's very much a team-based game. You are not going to be having fun if you're solo queuing. You're not going to be having much fun if you're solo manning. You're trying to run into a 1v6 team. Even if you've got a McCree ult or a Reaper ult or something like that, you still have to work as a team.
Yep.
You get shut down very, very easily when you're versing a team that is a team.
Speaking of which, if we're going to be a bit nitpicky as well, I mean, the game looks fantastic, sounds great, the art design is incredible, but one thing I'm having a bit of issues with in particular is that unless you are on Skype, on Discord, with a full team, with your team composition and constant communication, you're going to have a very hard time having fun while solo queuing.
There is in-game communication, which does work sometimes, but sometimes it's a little bit iffy. It's just drops out sometimes and a bit crackly. If you do have a team and if you do, I guess, play as a group, very much use those other side third-party communications because they work just a little bit better, that it's worthwhile. And the other thing I'd have to bring up is just, I say, the lack of content. There's enough maps, they're all balanced, and everyone else is, I guess, as balanced as they really could be. But there is just that. There's no competitive play yet. It's coming in a month. I don't know why it didn't release.
There are guaranteed some heroes and a few maps a little bit later on, but like I said, they're not there yet.
They're not there yet, and it's just, I guess, the lack of content at the moment, and I guess even the lack of uproar for the content. When something like Street Fighter V got the massive uproar for, small single-player survival mode and versus, when this has just got one of those three.
Yep. Well, despite that, I'm having a time of my life with Overwatch at the moment. I mean, sure, I'd love to see what it has in store a little bit later on, but like I said, you've said your piece, haven't you?
It's fun. It's just, I think there needs to be more.